And they did not have, of course, at the beginning, a good relation with anybody who converted to Christianity. That's why a lot of people were killed, tortured, persecuted in Egypt. That's why many of the churches we're going to say today, even around 323 after Christ, they accepted in the Roman world Christianity to be legal, religion, but they still have, memories of the people. This is, the first Islamic capital.
This one?
It's called Fustat.
First Islamic capital.
Where you have names of big people came to Egypt. They attacked Egypt, 641 or until 7 months they stayed here, and they had a siege around the Roman, the Roman fort, and you have the Roman tower there, and people at the time they converted also to Christianity, but at the same time they had problems, still had some problems with the Romans, because the Romans ruled, the world, and they locked down, on other nations. I mean, they considered the Egyptians, even when they went to Alexandria, not to be, first-class citizen. You know what I mean? So Egyptians inside their own country, they were ruled by other people. When they converted to Christianity, they accept some of them, but then they had also problems. So what happened that the Romans were in charge, they had power. They built around here, big buildings, stayed inside. When Christianity became officially the religion of the Roman Empire, the soldiers needed to have, nice church. This church today, we call it hanging. Why? Because we built it on the top of the Roman tower. Suspended, hanging church. Okay, that's we're gonna visit the most important, and after that, we're going to head to lunch and do other things. And if you like, also we have time for the extra optional tour to the Khan al-Khalili.
Apexia. Okay, this is written in which language?
This written,
bottom one.
yes, Greek language.
Greek language.
Yeah, they're my biggest, the Roman Orthodox.
St. George Church. Okay.
You see St. George Church.
Yeah.
And even you see the Greek flag inside. You can go. Have a look. See the Greek? You see the Greek flag?
The white and the blue one.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. Huh?
Yeah. Beautiful
Look at the
architecture.
decoration and everything.
Yeah.
Tower.
That's a Coptic museum. Okay.
Yes. You have the Roman tower here.
Okay.
You can look here. The level, when you're talking about 2,000 years ago, the level of the street was lower, 6 meters.
6 meters
6
down.
meters meaning what? Meaning 2,000 years.
Okay.
Why? Because the sand comes.
Yeah, sediment.
That's why you have to dig to get confirmation.
Yeah.
You can find something old. Look here.
Yeah.
You see here?
But it is.
Yeah.
أسلم اليوم.
أحسن الناس.
But it is more down than 6 meters, right? It is.
Yes, but because of the the land here also a little bit because of the asphalt and
Okay.
they clear more and more, Here even Roman Tower.
Supreme Council of Antiquities.
Yeah, and all the Cairo area.
Groundwater lowering activity.
Because the Roman soldiers used to live inside.
Roman
When
soldiers.
the Arabs attacked Egypt, and then they forced them to go and they captured control. After 7 months of siege, they were station, they stayed outside.
Okay.
Near from the car where we parked the car. That was a place for the Muslims. Church, built on the top of this, Roman tower. That's why we call it, the hanging or suspended
Okay.
church. Mu'allaq. You will find more than 111 icons there. You will find that you have to go upstairs to come to the church. And from the Bible is in Arabic, and you have the cross. If you ask, you get. If you ask, you find. Knock on the door, they open for you.
A bit of knowledge I have
A
it.
bit of knowledge, yes. The Bible actually, been written by 4 Gospels. Lucas, Matthew, Johannes, Marcus. Marcus, this is the one who came to Egypt.
Okay.
Like 61 after Christ.
Okay.
When he came to Egypt, what was the most important city? Alexandria. He went to Alexandria. He walked in the streets of Alexandria with the sandals on. His sandals, one of them just broke. He wanted to fix
Okay.
because it came apart. So he sat. He asked about where can I get a tanner or what we call shoemaker
Yeah.
to fix my. While he was sitting, he was talking about Christianity. Christianity was new, Roman Empire.
Yeah.
So this guy listened to him. What do you mean? He said we have a Christ, Jesus Christ, informing about life after this, eternity, so on. He was killed. Of course, according to the story, persecuted by the Romans and all of this. What are the rules? You have to be good to the others. You have to have this, do that. Rules, 2 letters.
Correct.
Some rules. Of course, the first one became Christian. This is why the Egyptian church, usually, write the history of the church since the time of Marcus, who came to Alexandria, 61 after Christ.
Okay.
The beginning.
Okay.
In reality, people in Alexandria at the time, that most of the population, they were not Egyptians. And the first people to convert to Christianity, they were Europeans who lived in Alexandria, Greek and Romans.
Okay.
Step by step, gradually, some Egyptians adopted, converted to Christianity. Still persecution time. Persecution, brutality, hitting, killing. Then the Egyptian church has registered a lot of what we call history of martyrs. People been tortured and killed
Okay.
by the Romans. Okay? When we go inside the church, you will have to look at the relics. I mean the wrist, the pieces of the bodies that was burned by or tortured by the Romans. These bodies are considered to be holy bodies. That's why until today, when people go to the church, they go and they try to get blessing.
Okay.
From the holy bodies of the martyrs. Each one has his own story. We have a label with the story upstairs.
Great.
Of course, when Christianity came to Egypt, not all the people could read and write. A lot of analphabetic people, because their main focus, agriculture.
Correct.
Working, farming, most of the farmers are today, they don't need to be an expert in IT or computer. So until today, it's like they love their land. They are very clever to produce.
Correct.
They know a lot about, about their crops, fruits, vegetables, times for irrigation, time for that to look after. These are the people who are feeding us, giving us fruits, vegetables, and so on. They didn't need, to focus on education.
Correct.
That's why those people, they needed to get some simple ways of informing them. What are the simple ways? Actually, when you make icons, drawings, you will tell them, oh, the angel, and that's, Jesus. It's easy for them when you tell, because they cannot go You don't have even the time to read in a book. Look here. This is also a story from the Bible. The angel with the white wings came, okay, to Joseph, telling him, please, you are in Jerusalem now, go to Egypt, take the baby and his mother. Who is the baby? Jesus Christ was a baby.
Okay.
And the Roman emperor was looking for all the babies because he want to kill them. So of course, this guy, okay, when he woke up from his dream, you know, he took the baby, mother, and you see the donkey, and what? They are on their way to Egypt. When they arrived to Egypt, they came to Egypt and stayed like 3 years. In this Coptic Cairo, you see the pyramids in the background.
Yeah.
Okay? It's much easier to tell you the story in this way.
Yeah,
You know?
pictorial representation.
Yes.
Yeah.
They stayed like, 3 years in all of Egypt. They moved. They were scared, afraid to be found by any Romans. And they stayed in Coptic Cairo 3 months here. That's why Coptic Cairo was blessed according to the Church of Egypt. It is a blessed place. You know? That's why they built a lot of churches here. But the story about this church goes back to the Roman time. Okay? To get to the church.
Indian church. Okay.
Incense being used ancient Egyptian temples to the church. And like what we call it, the service, you burn the incense, called the frankincense. And it has connection to Jesus because he was anointed as a baby also with frankincense. That's why it's blessed and is used. But also you can trace it back to the ancient Egyptian temples. Same smell, you smell it now.
Yeah.
Christianity, you have the cross here, and you have all these
Angles going
angles,
outwards.
directions.
Outwards, yeah.
Just
Spreading.
spread.
But this one is opposite, right? Isn't it?
Yes, it's just for decoration.
Okay, just for decoration.
Okay. This is a martyr with his story.
Archangel Michael's story. Okay.
As you see, is the Amir Mar Claudius. That's his name. What's this? Relics of
Saint Claudius the Martyr.
The martyr. Yes. What we're talking about. Okay. Also. Abbas
Relics of
Leon,
Abbas.
Calenius. Martyr. People get this a lot being killed by the Romans.
Okay.
Now you got the reason why.
Yeah. So this is all.
Different icons. You see the icons? Telling you the stories.
Okay. So these are the ones who've been killed or persecuted by the Romans, you're saying, yes?
Each one has his own story. Even the lady, San Domiana. Yeah, she's lady, you see. Johanna of Heraclea, John of Heraclea, the martyr. Most of them, they were, they had like good position in society also. They were like in Roman. Some of them, they were inside the Roman military officers. Like that one, he was an officer. Well, he didn't tell that he converted to Christianity, but they found out, like spies. And and he confessed. He said, okay, I converted. Okay, they put them first into jail. Persecution, torture, until they die in one station. One Coptic Mona Lisa.
Coptic Mona Lisa, okay. The beautiful church.
Mona Lisa, if you look at the eyes of the lady from different angles.
Yeah.
Some people write their wishes here and they put them.
And drop there, okay.
John the Baptist, touching the baby, the feet of the baby Jesus holy, and the mother, okay, Virgin Mary. If you look at the eyes from different angles, different angles.
Yeah.
This is, the most important which we call, Coptic Mona Lisa.
Coptic Mona Lisa. Crown Virgin Mary with child. Excavation of the cross. Saint Victor, Saint James Swan, a cylinder.
We have lots of stories in the Coptic literature because of different churches and different stories about the holy people, the martyrs. One thing about it, even the smell. In the church here, women they sit one side, men sit on another side.
Okay.
It's traditional, very strict, controlled. And even when they read in the Bible, many of the rules in the Bible, they just, they have their own, explanation.
Okay.
When it is explained, it's explained for them literally. Meaning, for example, when God says that you get married for a woman, okay? Simply, it's not allowed for you to get divorced. Because when God put you together, you don't go apart from each other.
That's good.
In the Bible, the old church in the world, when you get married, you never get a chance to divorce. But other churches in Europe, they change. So what I mean here, interpretation of, verses of the Bible, they are interpreted like, literally. Exactly what it is. No flexibility. This has created a lot of problems in the families. And of course, the church tried to help. They sent the priest as a social worker. Go inside the family, try to discuss, try to get them to stay together. On the other hand, we have the parallel system, which is the governmental system. The government, you have the court. You go to the court, you get divorced. Okay? Then you go to the court, you get divorced. You come with the divorce paper to the church. They say, we don't accept, we are the church. Then you're stuck.
Yeah, it's difficult.
You know what I mean? Some people have to change to go to another church because another church is flexible. You know what I mean? This is what happened, This is a part of the Roman tower. What we call this.
Okay, 6 meters down.
Suspended or hanging.
Okay, that's why.
From here you see also the rest of the Roman tower.
So the whole church built on top of Roman tower. That's why it's called Hanging Church. Okay. So it's not a big.
These are a big parts of the term,
So it's the language of the area,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes. You accept it as the church now. And even you have the Bible in Arabic today.
This is the stand where Father can come and preach.
Next time with the donkey outside. Now they moved all the way. You see, the way into Egypt. Here they came. Until here and back. But then we came back, actually they used the night.
Okay.
After 3 years, back to Jerusalem.
Okay.
So they stayed here, there, different places. And each place you have a story, miracle, blessing. Not a miracle, because Jesus Christ, as also in the Quran, we're talking about that he could help the deaf to wake up and talk. It happened. Together with his, the disciples, his friends, he was walking. And he showed a miracle. And this guy woke up, talked to them. Who are you? I am the son of the prophet, blah, blah, blah. This is the... And Jesus Christ told him to go back and back. He was thinking that the resurrection time, the day of the judgment, for all the people. Then his friends asked him, the friends of Jesus, asked him, why don't you let him? We want to talk to him. They were very excited. Why you let him go back to sleep? This is among the things. And he explained that he had to wait, for resurrection. So resurrection coming back to life, central idea. You understand what I mean? This is one of the miracles, So you understand even the culture, it's the same, when you go someplace. Why you go to my friend when they had the temple, and the priest used to come for a job from India. You pray. The more you pray, the more you get tipping. Yes, of course. See, this is good priest. Yeah.
Oldest mosque in Africa, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, more than 1,000 year old.